வெல்கம் பேக் டு தி எம்ஆர் அகாடமி. இது மாணவர்களுக்கான தளம் மட்டுமல்லாமல் வேலை தேர்வுகளுக்கான தளமாகவும் மாற்றமடைந்துள்ளது. உங்களுடன் நான் ஜி சக்திகுமார், எம்எஸ்சி பிஎட் பிஜி அசிஸ்டன்ட் in computer science. And in this video we are going to discuss about the 12th standard computer science subject and chapter 9. The title is list tuples sets and dictionary. Continuation video part 4. வாங்க நம்ம இப்போ வீடியோக்குள்ளே போகலாம். Here we starts with tuples. The next topic is tuples is just like a list. We can create the number of elements in tuples enclosed with a parenthesis. We can separate each and every value with comma. In list we are using square bracket for the enclosing the numbers values, but in tuples we can use parenthesis only. And the term tuple is originated comes from Latin word. It is representation of abstraction of the sequence of numbers. That's the meaning of tuples. And what is the advantages over the list comparing to that? Elements of lists can changeable, that means mutable. In list we can change the value in further. If we are once we are create the values, in further time we can change that value inside the list. But using tuple is immutable, that means unchangeable. It's a key difference between the list and tuples. And then list, the values are enclosed within the square bracket, but here using parenthesis. And iterating of values comparing to list, tuple is faster than the list comparing to that. And here creating tuples. Next one, creating tuples is similar to list. What is the procedure we are creating the list? The same, maximum of things are same. The same procedure will be maintained here also to create the tuples. The difference is parenthesis. The elements of tuple can be even defined without parenthesis also. Whether the elements defined within the parenthesis or without parenthesis, there is no difference in its function. We can create, it's a syntax of creating tuple name, that means variable name, and equal to parenthesis. And other method is tuple name equal to, they are giving elements, element 1, element 2, element 3, and up to element n within the parenthesis. And last one is without parenthesis, we are representing the values. There is no difference between with parenthesis, without parenthesis. It's a tuple. We can represent in both manner. In example, my tuple 1 equal to some values. See one thing, inside the tuple and list, the values are in various types, can be various types, right? And 23, 56, 83, 89, these are the numerical values, that means integer. A, E, I, it's a character value, single character. And Tamil, it's a string value. So 3 types of data are available here to store on the tuple. Just print the tuple. All the elements are stored in the tuple that will be printed. Just print. And next example, my tuple 2 equal to without parenthesis. Same. There is no change. Just output as it is, like it will be print all the elements. and creating tuples using tuple function. Directly we can create the tuple. And also another method, we can use tuple function to create the tuple. Syntax tuple name, that means variable name, equal to tuple function of elements. Inside of the bracket, we can use to create the elements. In example, my tup3 equal to variable, it's a variable name, that means tuple name, equal to tuple of, it's a function, 23, 45, 90. We are given inside the tuple function, we are giving the list of values, and just we are going to, but here we are representing with the square brackets, but within the tuple function we can represent these elements like a list, but here we are externally mentioned it's a tuple function, so that the values are called as tuple. The interpreter will get as a tuples, and just print the tuple 3 and the values are printed, right? And then next, type function is used to know the data type of a Python object. Using here class type, that means we have one type function. Type function is used to know the data type of the Python object. Which type of data we are stored in the tuple, we can get the data type using type function, right? Creating single element tuple. The single element, there is no restriction how many elements going to be created on the tuple. We can create a single element or multiple elements, that's not an issue. Based upon our requirement we can create. If we create multiple elements, means in between of the elements we put the comma for the separation, right? Just we are given an example, myTup4 equal to 10, that is only one value is there. Type myTup, that means the class int, it's the output, right? In myTup you are mentioned the value 10, that is called integer type, right? And single value is there, and myTup equal to 5, myTup 5 equal to 10 comma, that means it will be separated having some other value. So but type myTup 5 means here more than one value, the other value is not mentioned here, that is, then the values are in tuple, that type is tuple. Only single value or multiple values, all are the one data type, means that will be represented as in type. But here the no value is represented here after 10, but comma is there, then only it will be called as just in print that output is tuple, right? Accessing values in tuple. Inside the tuples we are creating the values like list. Each and every one of the values have the index value. It will be starts with 0 initial value. The example, tup1 equal to 12, 78, like some of the values are there. 12 is represented as 0 and 78 represented as index value 1, and subsequently we can add the numbers like that 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 69.48 is index value 6, right? We can use it like. And print tuple means all the values are printed. And accessing selected elements using indicates tup1 2 colon 5. That means 0, 1, 2. That means 2 colon 5. Index value 2 colon 5. That means starting value is 2, end value is 5. 2 means 91. 5 is end value. That means 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means lesser than 5. Already I said in range, if you are giving the value in that means it will be lesser than. So 5 means 4. So 91 Tamil, Telugu. Telugu is a value 4, index value 4. So lesser than the 5, that will be printed. And here they are not given initial index value. Next example, access from the first element up to initial value is not given and the end value is given, means we can start with 0, 0th value, and subsequently we can represent lesser than the 5. That means Telugu is the 4th value. And tuple 4 means we will start with 4th value and the end value is not represent. That means all the elements, remaining elements we can print. So 4th element is Telugu and other subsequent element are printed, right? And tuple, last example, just we are mentioned tuple without start value, end value, means all the tuple elements we can going to be print, right? And the next one is update and delete tuples. We already said tuple is immutable, so that cannot be changed in existing values. Instead of altering values in a tuple, how can we alter? We can join two different tuples in one single tuple, right? Or delete the entire tuple is also possible. Here tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3. Tuple 1, tuple 2 we have some of the values. Tuple 3 we are going to be add tuple 1 plus tuple 2. Print means all the elements, subsequently it will not add. That means addition process is not there. Plus means join, concatenation, joining the two different tuples and print the elements. And how can we going to be delete the tuples means, entire tuples means tell command can be used here, right? We are creating tuple 1 and print the elements of tuple 1 is tuple 1. That means all the elements will be printed like directly, and using del tup1, delete tup1. After that we try to print the tuple 1 means going to be error because of that kind of tuple is not there. We already deleted, right? The entire tuple is going to be deleted. And tuple assignment, it's a powerful feature in Python. Allows tuples variables on left on the assignment order to be the right assignment of the right side. Already we are seeing the many examples to going to be store the values. Each value is assigned its respective variable. We can using different variable we can create the tuples and assign the values. In here we are given the example ABC equal to 34, 90, 76. That means 34 is going to be A, 90 is going to be B, and 76 is going to be C. And print the element A, B, C means continuously it will be going to be printed. And we can do some calculation also like this expression, like we can use this expression and we can get the result also. Continuously 2 stars to 4, 5 by 3 plus 4, and 15% to determine modulus assignment, and 7 into 2 14, remainder 1, and 34 is not greater than the 65, so the condition is false. We can use like this kind of expressions also in tuple, and returning multiple values in tuple, we can a function can return only one value at a time. It's already we know that clearly, but Python returns more than one value from a function. It's a possibility is there. Python groups multiple values and returns them together also. Like here they are given a program, we are defined the min max function, directly go to the num equal to sum of the values, and max underscore num comma max underscore num. That means two variables we are created, and we are calling the min max function using num. The tuple value is as argument we are given, that will be goes to the particular place of def, starts with n, max n equal to a. Already we discussed about the max and min. Max function is going to be get the maximum value of the list, here tuple, and which one is going to be a 99, and which one is going to be b 1. So a have 99, b have 1. So return a comma b. Here normally in other programming languages we can use in normally other times return only one value at the time of function return. Here a comma b, a have one value, b have one value, that will be transferred to the maximum value equal to max. That means maximum value equal to 99, minimum value equal to 1. Like this we can print, right? Our next topic is nested tuples. Normally nested means the same thing is comes again under the same block. Something that means if nested if means we are creating a if block. Inside of that, before completing that if block, we are creating inside the another if block. Nested loop is like that. Inside one loop we are creating another loop. Like we are creating a nested, say we create a tuple. Before completing it or before closing it, we are create another tuple inside the first tuple. That is called a nested tuples. Right. Here the example is they are given toppers as a tuple. They are creating 4 student names with class and percentage, right? Named toppers, and they are using for loop for I in toppers. That means I is an index value, so just print I. Print I means just print each and every one of the tuple inside the each and every one of the value or element inside the tuple, because of we are taking the index. And here all the functions used in list can be applicable even for tuples. What are the functions? In last topic, in list, in last video, we are detailedly discussed about in the list. We are used some of the function with the list. All the functions with the list can also be used here for the tuples also, right? And we are creating an example program. A is the input value and B is the another input value. Both input are we are set, we can get from the keyboard. That's why we are that input will be the integer value, right? Input function is used to get the value from the keyboard, and that value should be integer. Like that we are creating, right? A and B we are created, and the message will be displayed enter value of A. In default that will be displayed, and the enter value of B is also displayed. Both the strings are displayed. And before that, first of all, A enter the value of A means we are giving the value for A, right? And 54, see the output, and enter value of B we are giving the 38. And what is we are doing? Print value of A equal to A, just what we are gets from the input, directly we are print, right? And after that, using assignment, in last topic we are seeing this, using assignment we are doing the assignment here, the value should be exchanged. That means A comma B, multiple assignment, B comma A, the B value is going to be A and A value is going to be B, and reverse order directly set. And now we are trying to print the value, the values are exchanged. See the things, first of all, value of A equal to 54 and value of B equal to 38. But next time we are trying to print that after swapping the value of A equal to 38 and value of B equal to 54. It's one of the example, and another examples are there. So see that. And here the last example, just you see this, numbers as a tuples, we have this number of values are there, and positive, we are creating empty tuples here, and we are creating for loop here with I is a for index value, numbers is the existing tuples, and if I greater than or equal to 0, that means greater than 0 means what is it? What it is? It's a positive value. So first of all, 5 will be compared with the 0, so that is should be positive, so goes inside the positive value, and condition is true, comes to the positive, and the value is inserted positive tuple, and goes to the next one, I plus plus, I will be incremented, so first value minus 8 will be gets condition false, goes to the next one 6. So only positive values gets from the tuples and inserted into the positive tuple, right? And now we try to print the values, positive numbers and positive means the tuples. What are the values are there? 5, 8, 5, 6, 8, 3, 1. These are the values are stored in the positive tuple. And this is the end of this video. Further of this lesson we will continue with the next part video. And please subscribe my channel. If you have any doubt, please mention in comment box and share the video to the others. And Nandri Vanakkam.